Hey, what's up guys? Mike Locke here. Thanks for tuning in to this video blog. Let's talk about flat UI design versus traditional design, or flat UI design versus skeuomorph design. Skeuomorph design, that term skeuomorph, I didn't even know what that term meant several months ago until I looked it up, or someone pointed it out, or I saw a video, or I saw a blog post about it. But basically skeuomorph is the type of design that is more realistic elements, that people try to bring out more realistic elements that are in the real life world and bring it into online space. So iOS, the old iOS stuff was very popular, and Steve Jobs apparently really liked this sort of look. It's where you have things that have leather texture, stitching, you have knobs that looks like real knobs, you have icons that, like for example, the iOS old icons, the YouTube stuff looked like an old TV. This is what skeuomorph design is, okay? It's trying to bring out real life elements into the online space. I don't even like skeuomorph design per se. I don't even like going that far. But I also don't really like flat UI design. Okay, so let's talk about flat UI design and traditional design, and give my opinion on it, if that, because someone sent me an email and said, Mike, what my thoughts are on this. And so flat UI design is obviously it's this new trend that everyone's running with. iOS 7 made it more popular because they have a voice whenever they come out with a design, even though this design was implemented prior to that with Microsoft Windows stuff, and a lot of old New York style magazines used to use this flat UI design. I just call it's very modern. Okay, it's very modern. It's clean, it's minimal, there's no gradients, there's no shadowing, there's just flat colors, people are trying to, I like the idea on where designers are trying to go with flat UI design. Things are minimal, things are very clean and aesthetically pleasing. I like the idea, I just don't really like it in a real life sense. I don't like when I use flat UI design interfaces. It doesn't give me enough texture, enough touchy-feely things, enough contrast, if you will, throughout the design that improves, that makes my experience good. In fact, it actually hurts my experience. Like for example, I had an iPhone app, and with the new iOS stuff, all these different apps, I had a camera app that switched they updated their app to the more iOS flat UI design look and feel, the iOS 7 stuff. And when I went to take a picture, I went to save the picture, I couldn't even find the save button, because the button prior looked like a button. Right now with the flat UI design stuff is just the text, save. And I didn't even know if I couldn't tell. It took me like 5 or 7 seconds to find that save button, and that's a bad thing, because buttons now look like labels. I don't know what's a link, I don't know what's a button, I don't know what's a headline, I don't know what's what. I don't know what is clickable, what isn't, etc. Okay, and that's my gripe with flat UI design. I think I like more traditional stuff, things that have more texture, more noise, a little bit more contrast, a little bit more beveling, if you will, throughout the design. So let me give you some examples in the real life world on what I mean. I think of flat UI design as modern design versus traditional design. When you think of like furniture or like living spaces, okay, look at this picture here. You have a kitchen, very modernized. I would consider this a flat UI design sort of analogy. Okay, it's very minimal, it's clean, it's aesthetically pleasing, but in a real life sense, I don't think people live like this. In a real life sense, I think people live more traditional. Okay, so you look at another picture of another kitchen that is more cozy, it's more warmth, there's more touchy-feely things that look natural, and things that I think 99.9% of us would prefer and feel more comfortable with. Okay, so that's where I'm going at when it comes to flat versus traditional design. Look at another picture, okay, of an animal, of a dog, your pet. Okay, this is what I would call flat UI design. A dog that is performing at a dog show. Okay, it's aesthetically pleasing, it looks really nice, takes pictures, but in the real world we don't think of our dogs like that. We think of our dogs more friendly, cozy, laughable, very homey, and just kind of like, you know, playing around the house and things like that. Okay, that's what we think about in the real life sense, or that's what we prefer when we look at our pets and things like that. Look at foods we eat, okay? Look at this dish. This dish would probably win prizes when it comes to cooking shows, or a chef performing at a show or something like that. And this dish is aesthetically pleasing. It's very photogenic. It looks good visually. Okay, I would consider this like a flat UI design in the sense that it's very appealing aesthetically. It looks nice. It's minimal. But in the real life sense, do we eat like this? We don't. Okay, we eat like this. We want our foods to look really good. We want a lot of food. We want it to be a little messy. You know, we want to chow down on stuff. Okay, so that's how we end up. That's what I would say 99.9% of us prefer. Okay, so those are some examples that I just showed, and as you can tell, where I'm going at it is I like more traditional stuff. I like more real, not real life stuff in the terms of skeuomorph, because I don't really like things to look too real life. I don't need that. I just want more texture. I want more touchy-feely stuff. And I was speaking, my old friend at Yahoo, we used to look at designs, and when Google Gmail came out with their new flat UI design stuff, he came to me and he said, Mike, I don't know what to say. He goes, I can't touch it anymore. You know, like he doesn't know what to click on and what things were clickable and what wasn't. So I know what he meant. He was really looking at contrasting elements, you know, and what I like with more traditional, like the iOS 6 stuff, is texture, noise, a little bit of shadowing, a little bit of depth in certain elements. And so here are some examples of things that I like and that I would consider more traditional design. I like these type of designs more so better than what you see today in the flat UI design world. Alright, so that's my opinion, and that's all. Somebody asked me my opinion, I wanted to touch on that. And so what does that mean, Mike? Will I not design flat UI design stuff? No, I'm not going to just boycott flat UI design altogether, but I'm going to apply flat UI design principles like being aesthetically clean, minimal. I'm going to apply those elements with more of the more contrasting details that makes, I feel, the user experience much better. Alright, so that's my opinion on it. If you have any feedback, guys, just send me your opinions. Give me a comment, shoot me an email, and I'll be happy to touch base with you, and we shoot back and forth. Alright, thanks for watching, guys, this video blog, and we'll talk soon. For more information, visit my website, mlwebco.com, and for more videos like this, subscribe to my YouTube channel if you haven't, and follow me on Twitter, and connect with me on LinkedIn, and we'll chat soon. Alright, peace.